So now we have 19 ID and GTL that are delegated. And also for the email address, it's the second part of this universal acceptance principle. Initially, email addresses were not available in local languages and scripts. And then we have introduced the email address internationalization of addresses that address this limitation and allows for having email addresses in local scripts and different scripts. Here is, for example, some IDN examples. This one is in Armenian, and you can see the Armenian script. This is Oriya, Georgian, Korean, Malayalam, and we have, for example, here Arabic. The main difference between, for example, the last one and the previous one is the fact that you can see that the dot is here, while the dot is here, for example, in all previous ones, as you can see. So what can we conclude from this, just from these examples? That's the first ones, the related script is written from left to right. However, for the Arabic and for some few other languages, the writing direction is from right to left. So this is the uh, the domain name, and this is the TLE. This is the TLE. This is the top level domain, and I can read this as تجربة القبول الشامل dot or نقطة dot Mauritania. So this is for Mauritania, the Mauritanian CCTLD. Examples of international email addresses, same thing. So here we can have Armenian, Chinese, Devanagari, Arabic. And for Arabic, once again, you need to start from here. This is the mailbox name, and this is the IDN or the domain name. This is the mailbox name, and this is the domain name. Why I'm focusing on this detail? Because to talk about universal acceptance, we need to have all software application being able to process the script that have been or that has been entered, that should be well processed, well stored, and well displayed, correctly displayed. And here is an example. So this is a challenge. IDNTLDs allow for multilingual domain names and email addresses for communities to register and use, allowing for more digital inclusion. So this is, for example, an experience of a user who has been asked while filling a form to enter his or her email address. And in this field, he will, for example, enter his AI address. As you can see, he got an error message, please enter a valid email address, because this is not in the Latin script. This is a frustration for the user, because his or her own email address has not been accepted by the application. And this is something that is being done just using some local JavaScript code that will check if the content of the field, which is here the email address, is correct, meaning that is written in the Latin script. So this is also a challenge for the USG. We want to assess all software applications that are able to process correctly the international email addresses and also the IDNs. So digital inclusion opens up more business opportunities, permitting for many people, or the remaining 1/3 of the world population, to access to the internet and to find themselves using their own language and their own scripts. Due to the need for multilingual internet and the continued gaps in the technology, among other factors, the WC's plus 10 outcome document noted that the continued need for supporting multilingualism in the internet, and as part of the priority of the WCs, they have published the reports specifically asking for working toward multilingualization of the information and communication technologies, and also supporting and encouraging stakeholders in their respective roles and responsibilities to work for a better multilingual technology evolution. So again, what is the universal acceptance? So this is something that we have explained before, and now we can just summarize that. So, for example, while the DNS has evolved, the checks used by many software application, and this is something that I have shown in the previous slide about the form. The application handling this form is not able to validate domain names and email address that are not used in the Latin script. So not all online portals are primed for the opening of a user account also with the rated email address, leaving many people unable to navigate the internet using their own language and scripts. So this is considered as a technical compliance best practice. UA solves these issues by ensuring all domain names and email addresses, regardless of the script, of the language, of the character being used, or length, can be used equally by all internet-enabled applications, devices, and systems. So the goal is that all valid domain names and email addresses work in all software applications. And it has a big impact on the fact that it promotes consumer choice and improve competition, provide broader access to the end users, and establish a multilingual internet. Some examples that we can find here for the new short and the new long and the whole Unicode. So in the USG and in universal acceptance in general, we are not focusing only on non-Latin script, but also on this new short and new long TLDs, because they are still facing some issues when they are entered in some software applications. Some software applications are not able to accept a new short domain names that is not listed in the previous list of valid domain names. So, for example, a user can enter this domain name, and he will see that it has not been accepted by the form. So it's not only about Unicode or about non-Latin scripts. For email addresses, we can have variety of examples. For example, the mailbox can be in ASCII and the rest, and the domain name is in Unicode. So here it's Société in French, where you can see this is the Latin script, but it has accents. And accents has an issue when it comes to the DNS and email address. We can have Unicode at ASCII. We can have the whole Unicode and also the whole Unicode, but the writing is from right to left. So ASCII is based on letters from A to Z and the digits 0, 9 and hyphen. This is the characters, the set of characters being used in ASCII, while in Unicode it supports characters of global languages and scripts. So making applications UA ready means that it should support all valid domain names and email addresses, meaning that it should accept, validate, process, store, and display.